I was kind of a chicken about it, I think. I was like,
Yours were real into
everybody, all my friends always said, oh, you'd be a great dad if you don't have kids, blah, blah, blah. And I don't know, I just kept putting it off and putting it off. It was just like, I do that, I avoid decisions. So eventually, Mom kind of sort of knocked on the door and said, we got to get going here. I said, yeah, I suppose we ought to, The funny thing is I was almost like worried about what could go wrong. It's probably why I delayed till I was like 42 or something like that to have a kid. So we got married in 79 and Morgan was born in 92. So, 13 years.
I had a friend once who said, I just don't understand it, I go to the pool and I see all these moms sitting around and their kids are like in the pool swimming or whatever, and they're just like sitting watching them. They could be off, they could be off doing something. They could be, while their kids are doing and I was like that. I wanted to see everything that you guys did, every moment, everything, and nothing was uninteresting to me.
Mom specifically wanted a second kid to be a friend to Morgan or a companion. That was definitely her idea, that she didn't want Morgan to be an only child. She came along like 3.5 years later. So, and that was, in fact, it worked out just great. I mean, you guys were just wonderful companions. I mean, you were always really advanced and always wanting to do what Morgan did. If she was doing tumbling, somersaults, and you would sometimes get stuck with your butt in the air, trying to do the somersault, but you were really trying. So I try not to have many more expectations than that they would just be, fulfilled and happy and not treated badly, and they would just have a happy life, however that is.
I just wanted you guys to be as healthy as you could possibly be. Healthy and happy. I mean, I guess that, that was it.
Mm-hmm. So what did that mean for you, like when Morgan started having issues?
Well, it was just, it was almost like my worst fear. Like I think we've told you that story when we came upon the destroyed library downstairs. I said it seemed like it was going to be the beginning of a very sad story. Yeah. And it seemed very unfair to somebody like Morgan.
I remember not having the energy to really do anything, like to eat or drink or even get out of bed. And just like basically wanting to do nothing. But so I just remember the highs being like I would just be kind of wanting to do things that were unrealistic for us to be doing usually as a family. And then, as I said, the lows, I just remember like crying a lot and not wanting to do really much of anything during the day and needing to have help eating and have help like even getting dressed or something like that.
Morgan demanded every last bit of energy she could devote to her, and Mom gave it. So that let you grow up a little bit more independently, and I also think you felt close to Morgan, like you to some extent needed to care for Morgan and about Morgan and to grow up a little bit faster, which you did. But the great thing about Morgan was that she really was determined not to have it like undermine her love of life. She always was saying to herself or writing to herself or saying that she was going to get better and that she wasn't really sick, that she was wasn't sure what had happened to her. It really wasn't her. It was like it had happened to her. Something had like descended on her. She was amazingly determined to be grounded in things she loved and her family, animals, nature. So she was incredibly strong that way. And this is something I carry in my wallet all the time just to remember, but remember when I went to the hospital, it was sort of when I had a near heart attack. It was about 3 weeks after Morgen, and that's why I don't drink coffee anymore. But I was lying here when I came back. Morgen was over there, and she was writing on a piece of paper, so I just watched her. And her pen started, her penmanship, when I finally saw the note, was perfect. But then it just disintegrated at the end. But she said, I feel dead, yet I know in some way, shape, or form I'm alive, and everything in my body is working right. It's just this feeling I have. It's a nice sunny day here, but very windy. Luckily, Dad's home from the hospital, which is where I feel I need to go now. Dad went to the hospital because he had symptoms of a heart attack. I feel like he luckily didn't have a heart attack. I feel like I'd die any minute now, but I need to knock the feeling out of my brain and get better and feeling healthy again. It's funny, I don't remember what it was like to feel good, knowing that I'm healthy. I've been out of school for a long time. I don't even know how long. Maybe a month, even. And I don't know if I'm going to go back soon or not so soon, because I feel like this feeling will never go away. I even feel like it's hard to live anymore. I'm nervous and scared that I'll never get better. I know I will. It's just taking so long.
So how old was she at that point?
That was just 3 weeks after it all happened, so she
She was like 13.
just turned 13.
How long did it take, before you and Mom started, seeing her start to get better?
I think it might have been 5 or 6 years. I don't know.
The good times I want to remember, and even though the bad periods of when I was really sick are painful memories, I still feel like I at least learned a little bit of how strong I can be by the fact that I got through it.
I'm always the first one to say I when I'm talking about you guys, it's like oh yeah, I've got 2 girls, they're both in college, they're both seniors and in college right now, but and they're not twins. I've got one who's older, and I just always just sort of say whatever's going on with Morgen, and almost 90% of the time, whoever I'm talking to goes, oh yeah, well if it's not within their family, it's somebody close, and it's almost like that they're relieved.
I think it's good that I had the bad experiences, because I feel like I learned something from them, even though I might have stumbled along the way and had really bad psychotic breaks at times, some of them more recent than others, but I feel like I've at least reined it in a little bit in the way that I can have the coping strategies, and I can have people around me that will support me and understand what I've been through. So I think the bad and the good are both just part of my life. So that's kind of how I would think about it.
Yeah.